Folks, the Fragrant Lawyer here. Today, I'm going to give you my first impressions of the new fragrance by Creed. That is Queen of Silk. Stay tuned. Welcome back, folks. The Fragrant Lawyer here. Today, I'm going to give you my first impressions of a new fragrance by Creed. That is this one here, the Queen of Silk. This fragrance came out this year, 2024. I first sampled it at Holt Renfrew in the Mississauga area actually, and they weren't selling it. In fact, it's not coming to Canada, they say, until May of this year. So I'm like, no, I want to give this a real try. So I actually ordered it from the Creed boutique in the US, and it was shipped to me, and I got it a few days ago. Again, these are my first impressions. I've worn it 2 or 3 occasions, full day wears, so I can sort of give you a point of view on it, but I haven't tried it out for the long term. You know, they've marketed this for women, okay? If you look on the website, and I think also the name Queen of Silk is indicative that this was intended to be a release for women. In my view, sometimes Creed makes marketing mistakes, and this may be one of them, okay? They traditionally don't produce unisex fragrances. They sort of categorize men and women. And we know with niche houses, that's, you know, it's sort of what they do is they put out a fragrance and you decide. You put it on yourself and you make that decision. Some are obviously quite feminine, they're very floral, and others maybe overly masculine with, you know, very dry, woody notes. But a lot of fragrances are sort of in between, and they do change based on your skin chemistry, right? I wear this, for example, it's going to be very different if a woman wears it, right? So I want to start by saying I think they made a bit of a mistake, maybe with the name, you know, call it Creed Silk, you know what I mean, right? Instead of Queen of Silk, and also, you know, market it to both sexes, because I do think it is a fragrance that can be enjoyed by anyone, irrespective of gender. So I'm going to get into the notes with you, and then I'm going to tell you my feeling of it, how I sort of rate it initially, and where I think it would be appropriate to wear it. Okay, so, you know, we have what they say are initial notes of saffron, osmanthus, and magnolia. These are traditional fragrances that are used in notes that are used in more feminine type of fragrances, okay? And they say the middle notes are passion fruit with tuberose, agarwood, and patchouli. And the base is vanilla, myrrh, ambroxan, cedarwood, musk, and incense. Okay, take a look at the beautiful bottle. I mean, look at this color on this thing. Like, it is really, really nice. It's a 75 ml. I think I picked it up $445 US for this one. Probably in Canada, they're gonna try to go over 600 on it, probably 665 around there. Just the spray comes out really, really, really nice. So, and it, you know, the heavy lid, it's not one of those old Creed lids that were kind of wobbly. This really sticks to the bottle. So I think you're really going to enjoy certainly displaying this fragrance, okay? The notes on me, what do I really feel? I get, quite frankly, the ambroxan. I know that's in the base, but it sort of hits me very, very quickly, okay? I feel I get fruity notes on this, and so fruity notes, I feel there's a strong ambroxan to it, and musks and woods. Okay, I really feel the musk in this. It's really, really nice. You know, I'm trying to figure out where I've smelt something like this before. Clive Christian had, what's this one? I think amberwood. Maybe there's some similarities. They also did one, Clive Christian, part of their Jump Up and Kiss Me sort of frame of fragrances, where they've had, you know, ecstatic, hedonistic. There's one actually called, I think it's called Maniac, actually. It's got a bit of wormwood in it, and this is, I think, I'm finding some similarities to it. Although I must say, this is, it's something that I'm really, really enjoying. I get some myrrh in this as well, and I can understand that, right? I see that. What would make it feminine, I think, for women would be the fruity notes and the tuberose and the magnolia. I think on certain types of skin, that's gonna come out. On me, a bit darker skin, my skin seems to bring out woods and ouds and, you know, incense and musk. Some of the darker notes and fragrances, they tend to shine on me, and I think this is what is happening for me with this Queen of Silk. I think this is going to be a real hit. If if it's marketed better than it probably has already started to be marketed, I think it's going to be a real hit. Creed, for men, they seem to be hooked on sort of the Adventus thing. They've been playing that since 2010, right? The different batches that came out, and then you had the Cologne and the Absolute, which I do really enjoy the Absolute, and they've had the Viking as well, Cologne, etc. So I think there's been sort of a lack of really development in terms of let's get something new out there. But for women, it's a little bit different. They have what they're marketing towards women. I think there's one that recently came out, Carmina, which is really nice, probably is more feminine. But this one here, folks, I'm telling you, I find it very, very good. I've looked at reviews online, and some people are like, well, I don't know, is this really Creed? Well, the reality is, I think it's very pleasing. Okay, so I think you're not going to offend anybody with this, no matter you're male or female, whatever you are, you wear this fragrance, I think you're going to get noticed, and it's not an offensive type of fragrance. It's one that is sort of, with the ambroxan, it's kind of got that you do attract people to you with the musks as well. I don't think it's an overpowering fragrance. So if I start, if I sort of rate categories where we are on this, I think occasions, are probably evenings, with the sort of the ambroxan, the vanilla, the musky notes, and the woods and the saffron. I do think an evening fragrance would be good. Times of year, I would say winter, spring, and fall. I'm not certain about the summer for this. It just has too many notes that can be quite strong. I don't really find there's any citruses in this, and I think maybe summer would not be the right time to wear Creed Queen of Silk. But then it's obviously everybody has your own way of looking at fragrances. Some people like something powerful in the summer. I think this is going to last. Projection, sillage together, I think it's going to go about a foot in front of you. Okay, what are my ratings on this? Okay, originality, as I said, it just reminds me of a Clive Christian fragrance, probably the Maniac one, Amberwood maybe. I think originality in that, I'd probably go with 7 with this. Versatility, I think it's a versatile fragrance. Again, the summer I don't know about, but versatility I think it is, and I would give it a 7.5 on versatility. The smell itself, I really, really like this fragrance, and I think I would give it an 8.5 to 9. I actually enjoy it. People have smelled it on me. No one has come up to me with a compliment because I haven't worn it enough, right? A couple of times, like, oh, I love what you're wearing. I've asked people, I know, what you guys think, and it's like, oh yeah, it's really nice, right? So I think the scent itself, I would give it probably an 8.5 for this. But I do intend to wear it more. And I don't generally wear fragrances if it's specifically targeted to women. When it's too full, I don't do that. This one I gave a chance. When I did try the initial spray at with the Creed Boutique at Holt Renfrew, I'm like, whoa, I actually like it. I got home, and I liked it so much that I actually went online and I ordered directly full price from the Creed Boutique. So that tells you something, in terms of how I value this fragrance and how I think that it is going to become more of a hit down the road. It may take, a number of months to a year, but I think it is going to become quite a hit. I just think that they ought to, on their website, put, female and male or something like that, whatever, in some way to get guys to actually try it on, because, man, we probably wouldn't generally, unless you're really into fragrances, try something like this. When it says Queen on it and it says Silk, Queen of Silk, and it's marketed to women, you probably would miss out on an opportunity to smell this fragrance, which I think is a very, very good fragrance. And it's interesting to see. Let's wait down a year from now and see what people are saying about it, right? I saw reviews online from people who haven't even tried it, right? And I think you really need to really judge a fragrance. You probably need to, wear it, more than once. I think in different occasions, different temperatures, wear it 3-4 times before you, judge a sort of a book by the cover type of thing. And I love the bottle, and I do plan on wearing this more, and I probably will do a more detailed review down the road when I have more opportunities to wear it and to get comments from people. But I do think overall it is a solid release from the house of Creed. To me, is an unexpected one. I think it's better than the Carmina one. And I was kind of just came out of the blue to me, and I do think it's one that is going to be sort of a staple in their house. I don't think it's going to be discontinued so quick. I think it's going to be one that they're going to try to push a lot, but they ought to do better with their marketing on these types of fragrances, folks. So I hope you enjoyed my first impression review of the new 2024 Creed Queen of Silk. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments on if you've tried it or you're looking to try it, some comments from you guys, and I certainly will respond to those comments, right? And please follow me on TikTok as well and Instagram. I would really appreciate that, folks. All right? Thank you all for watching. The Fragrant Lawyer, out.